Kelly Davis, your host of the Untold Miracles podcast, and today we have a Major League Baseball superstar pitcher on the show. He's a 3-time World Series champion who pitched 15 years for the Los Angeles Angels, the Boston Red Sox, the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Chicago Cubs, and he had 2,294 strikeouts in his career. He's known for his competitiveness, his composure, and he's just an all-around nice guy and an amazing father. Please welcome to the podcast, John Lackey.
How's it going?
Good, John. I am so excited to have you on the podcast today. I first met you and your beautiful wife, Christina, at the Ace Shootout a couple of years ago in Hawaii. And I just want to thank you for your amazing support of Children's Miracle Network hospitals and all you do to help save kids' lives. We're very blessed to have you part of our team.
Absolutely. It's obviously a great cause and something that my wife and I both feel great to support and help out with.
Today, we're going to have a fun conversation about miracles in your professional life and your personal life. And I want to start you growing up in Abilene, Texas, playing Little League. I want to know what your dreams were around baseball. And did you ever see yourself pitching in the big leagues?
Actually, probably not pitching. Like when I was little, I always wanted to be a professional baseball player. But I loved to hit when I was little. I pitched a little bit, but definitely enjoyed hitting more than pitching as a little kid. But my mom has showed me, first, second grade little papers, saying I was going to be a professional baseball player. So I guess it's been in my head for a long time.
How old were you when you realized that, hey, I could be a pitcher and I could be a good pitcher?
I really didn't start pitching until college. Like even in high school, I didn't pitch that much. I played first base, and where I'm from in Abilene, Texas, football is pretty important. So I was the quarterback of the football team. So that kind of took precedent on my throwing career at that point for sure. It was more throwing footballs.
How did you decide between all the sports that you played in high school that you were going to focus on baseball?
I was okay at all three of them. I had Division II, 1 AA scholarships in all three of them. But, I was not like Division I kind of guy at any of them. So I just picked the one that I liked the best, really. And baseball has always been, kind of first in my heart. And I went with that, and it ended up working out pretty good.
I would say really well. So you were drafted in 1999, and you made your debut January 24th in 2002 when you were 23 years old. I want to know what it felt like when you were called up to the big leagues and you pitched that first major league game.
I got really super lucky. Mine was actually against the Rangers in Texas. So I had hundreds of people that drove, 2 hours from my hometown that came over to watch me. So there were several, Lackey signs in Arlington at Rangers Stadium because it was cool because I grew up a Rangers fan. Like it just was a special deal. I pitched pretty good. I think we lost like 3-2. Pitched pretty good. Not great, but then things kind of snowballed after that. We got on a nice run, had a good rookie year, and ended up, making it to the World Series. It was pretty crazy.
I do think it's pretty amazing as a rookie that you became the second pitcher to ever start and win Game 7. What were your nerves like going into that game?
I was really just trying not to screw it up for the older guys on the team, really. You know what I mean? Because we had a real veteran team. I think we only had like 2 rookies on our team, so I was pretty excited about the opportunity. I don't remember being incredibly nervous. I probably just didn't know enough to be nervous. I was so young at the time.
And did you pitch other games in that World Series?
Yeah, I pitched, let me think. I think I relieved in Game 2, and I started Game 4 and started Game 7. So I got to pitch quite a bit. A fun experience for sure.
Well, going into the locker room at the start of that season, was there something special? Did you know that you could win it all? I know every team has the dream and goal from the beginning of the season, but was anything different about that team?
The team was coming together. Like Mike Scioscia got the job in, I think, 2000, and then the team had gradually gotten better. And that 2002 team was definitely had some high expectations. They thought they had a chance to make the playoffs, but I think it worked out even beyond a lot of their expectations, really.
I want to talk about your season in 2012. You, unfortunately, had the Tommy John surgery. And I kind of want you to tell us about that injury. And did you ever have any doubts that you'd be able to recover and pitch again at the level you were pitching?
In 2011, my elbow was pretty messed up. And I kept pitching through it and, and didn't have a very good season. And I was hurting pretty good. And one of the team doctors in, Boston was like, it's definitely torn, but we think you can keep going. I was like, all right. And so I just kept going, trying to be tough, whatever. Then after the season, I went and got a second opinion with another doctor, and he basically was like, what the heck were you doing pitching? It wasn't a good situation. But after that, like the rehab, getting my elbow back ready, doing lots of sprints and running on my own in hot Florida. There's definitely a lot of motivation when you're doing that kind of stuff to come back strong and to try to help the team out the next season.
What has been the biggest challenge that people might not know about being a Major League Baseball pitcher?
It's probably the easiest position to make it to the big leagues from the minor leagues because there's so many other guys. But it's also probably the hardest to stay because you got kids coming up and kids coming through the minor leagues all the time. So you got to continue to work hard. You got to stay after it. It's got to be a daily, work ethic to stay there because there's always somebody trying to get your job. But you still as a teammate and as a friend in the clubhouse, you still want to help those kids out too. So you got to be confident enough in yourself to help those guys out and help bring them along and still, keep yourself there too.
If you're a young kid playing baseball today and you have the dream of making it to the big leagues, what are a couple tips that you would say these kids should be doing today?
I mean, I'm actually coaching my 9-year-old's Little League team right now. So I'm dealing with that a little bit. I think there's a little bit too much specialization nowadays. I think these kids play almost too much baseball. Like they can play year round. I would like to see kids, branch out, play some other sports, and give your arm especially a rest a little bit. I think that's one of the reasons you're seeing so many arm injuries in our game in the last few years. Because I think these kids might actually play too much baseball when they're younger. Any
other tips you would tell someone that has a dream?
You got a chance. Why not? I mean, I'm from the middle of nowhere in Texas, and somebody found me out there and got it done. So, I go talk to those kids back home, and that's what I tell them. It can be done if you believe in yourself and want to work at it. Get after it.
You officially retired at the end of the 2018 season. What was it like to walk away and retire from the game you love so much?
It was easier than I thought it was going to be for me. I've got, a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So I think I'm almost more busy now than I was when I played. So it was definitely, a decision that we made as a family. I had a couple places I could have continued to play, but decided to stay here. And, like I said, I'm coaching Little League now and working on my golf game and having lots of fun.
What do you miss most about game day?
It's cool to drive up to the yard and see it. There's usually 2 names on the on the stadium billboard. It's you and whoever you're pitching against that day. That's a cool thing to see, and there's a lot of pressure on you, but a lot of opportunity on you that day. Because I always said, as a starting pitcher, you can't win the game on your own, but you sure can lose it on your own. I enjoyed that pressure. It was fun.
John Lester said that you were one of the best teammates he's ever had. What makes the best teammate for you?
Leading by example. I mean, there was times that, if I saw something in the clubhouse that, that I thought needed to be addressed, I would address it. But it was never a situation where he wanted to, show guys up or make guys feel bad. It was something maybe pull them to the side and do it privately. But you got to get your work in. You got to lead by example. And then just, taking care of the young guys. Like I always try to make it a point, like when a young guy would come up, maybe, take him to lunch, take him to dinner, buy him a suit, stuff like that. Just kind of help them feel comfortable so they could help our team and help themselves in their career.
What's been the biggest lesson that the game of baseball has taught you?
Perseverance for sure. I mean, because baseball's a game of failure. I mean, like if you hit 300, I mean, you're really good, and that's only 3 out of 10. So, and the other teams are good too. I mean, you're gonna get beat up sometimes, but you just got to keep coming back and keep working hard and keep competing. And that can apply in a lot of different things in life.
You won 2 of the title-clinching games and 2 of the 3 Series World titles. Is there a moment that is most memorable for you?
The one in 2013 was pretty special to me because I missed all of 2012. And, there was a lot of work that went into getting back on the field and then getting back to, at a decently high level to get to a World Series and really contribute, at a, championship level. So, walking off the mound, I think it was the 7th or 8th inning, something like that, in that game, knowing that we had a pretty good chance of winning that game was pretty special. And standing ovation kind of thing there in Boston was pretty cool.
Now I have a couple quick fire questions for you. I want to know the batter you least like to face at the mound.
Early on, it was probably Manny Ramirez. He killed me when I was a young kid. I think he hit a home run with me twice in one game, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I got a little better as I went on against him. So I evened out later on in my career.
Who is the pitcher you least like to face at bat?
Oh, I wasn't a very good hitter, so I didn't have a real good.
It didn't matter who it was.
Right. You know what I mean? They probably loved seeing me coming.
I want to know your most memorable strikeout out of the 2,294.
It probably have to be against a buddy or something funny, like Lester and I got to face each other a couple times when I was over in the Cardinals, so striking him out was fun just because it's your buddy, and we always hung out afterwards after the game, so we got to talk trash to each other. But he definitely struck me out too. So what are you gonna do?
Would you choose Fenway or Wrigley?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, very similar, obviously. A lot of fun surrounding the stadium.
I'm a Boston fan, by the way. I think it should be Fenway.
They were both. I got very fortunate to play in 4 really cool places, so that's a tough choice.
So you're not going to answer it. Okay, I'm not going to make you do it. Okay, right now, do you choose, if you get the opportunity, golf or baseball?
I'm playing golf 4 or 5 times a week now, so I'm kind of enjoying that. But if I could play one more year of baseball at like I used to, 10 years ago, I'd probably have to choose that.
What would people be surprised to know about you?
I mean, everybody sees me like compete on the field, and they think I'm like that all the time. And I'm about opposite of that most of the time. I'm pretty laid back and chill pretty much every day, except for when I'm pitching. One
of your teammates said that you are a softie. So I really do think that you have a big heart. You're an amazing father, and I do think that there is a less competitive side of you. According to, I think that might have been Lester. I can't remember which teammate said that.
Probably so. Yeah, that sounds about right. His kids call me Uncle Lack and everything. So yeah, we're pretty much family.
What do you most want to be remembered for from your game?
As a good teammate and a winner. I think somebody that you could count upon, that I took pride in making my starts and being available to the team and trying to take care of my teammates.
What do you think has been the biggest miracle that's happened in your life?
That's a tough question.
Let's say the biggest miracle in baseball, and then just the biggest miracle in your personal life.
I mean, baseball would probably have to be the Cubs championship, because it's been so long, the wait, 100 years or whatever. To be a part of that was pretty cool. Like when we got home off the plane, there was fire trucks on the runway spraying water all over our plane. It was a pretty cool experience.
One of my friends is a huge Cubs fan, and she was pregnant during that time and had her baby during the series, and she named him Cubby.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing my first daughter born would probably have to be the personal miracle then, too.
Yeah. Can we talk about how cute Kenzie is?
Oh, she's a mess.
I saw a picture of her today in her little braids, and she has got a personality larger than life. And she is the cutest.
You know her mama.
Yes, I know her mom. I know where she gets that personality from.
Right? She gets that very honest.
Okay, my last question. I want to know, if there were 3 miracles that you could create in the world today, what would that look like for you?
It's the way things are in the country right now. If we could come together a little bit more. I just feel like there's a lot of animosity on both sides of the political, agendas nowadays that is just a little bit unnecessary. We could there's got to be a middle ground we can find in the country a little bit more often, right?
Right. I like that. How about just everybody chooses love? And maybe we might be able to get along a little bit more.
Right. Choose to try to be a good person and love each other, and everything else will kind of fall in place, won't it?
Yeah, I like it. I think we should leave it at that, John. That's pretty amazing. Right. I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. We're so grateful for all you do to create miracles for kiddos treated at Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And good luck with your son's baseball team, and good luck with cute Kinsey. We're thankful for all you do.
Thank you very much. It was great talking to you.
Thanks to Rite Aid associates and customers for passionately supporting CMN hospitals and being a caring neighbor in every community they serve for the past 25 years. Through May 11th, Rite Aid customers can support their local CMN hospital and help sick and injured children by purchasing $1 paper miracle balloons. Customers will receive $7 in coupon offers for a variety of items sold at Rite Aid, all while helping kids live better. Thank you.